Joe Adell has
credit.
gone from drawing Mike Trout to playing alongside Mike Trout. He's the brand new big leaguer, Angels outfielder Joe Adell, joining us here on MLB Central. Joe, that was not bad, man. What kind of drawing skills do you normally have?
I'm pretty sure I was better 10 years ago, but you don't work on it, it doesn't get any better. So.
Yeah. Hey, how's your quad feeling? I know you've been trying to bounce back from a little quad issue there. Where we stand, say for tonight's game?
It feels much better. I got some really good work in yesterday, so hopefully I can get out there and get some sprints in and be ready to go. It's one of those things where I've had a couple of issues with it in the past, but I have a good routine with it now, so hopefully I can square it away and be ready.
Joe, Dero was looking out for you the other day on the show and had this to say, this piece of advice. Listen to this.
And I'm saying to myself, you better be a sponge. You better be seen and not heard, Joe Adell, for a couple years, because you're getting a chance to play with two of the greatest right-handed hitters that will ever put a uniform on. So just follow these guys around, follow them into the video room, follow them into the cage.
Joe, are you a sponge?
Absolutely. They both have been great so far, and really it's all about the mindset. I've gotten a lot of help with kind of my mental approach at the plate through the past couple of games so far, and at the same time, it's about experience and going through it and having to struggle, for a little bit. But I've gotten some really good stuff and some really good cues, and I'm getting a lot of positive stuff from both of them.
Joe, watching you come out of the draft, it wasn't a matter of if, it was when you were coming to the big leagues. But still, when you got the call, take me through it. You call home, mom and dad. I want to hear it all.
Yeah, so it's funny. We just finished an inter squad at Long Beach, our training spot for the taxi squad. And I was going to pick up food, and my phone started blowing up. I just left the spot, walking to my car, and it's Chad Tracy, one of our guys, one of our head guys in the minor league development. And I answered, and he said, "Hey, do you have time to talk?" I said, "I just picked up food. I'm headed back to the hotel." And he was like, "Just call me when you get back. It's urgent." So I'm like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And I get in the car, and sure enough, like I'm 30 something minutes away. I went out the way a little bit to get food. So, it's the longest 30-minute drive ever. When you don't know what he's going to say, you think that might be the reason why, but you don't really know. And so I made it back to the hotel, and I called him back, and he said, "You want to be a big leaguer?" And I was like, "Let's go."
Hey, Joe, let me take it a step further. I'm always interested when you put the big league uniform on and you meet with the manager for the first time. What did Joe Maddon say to you?
For sure. I went in his office before the game, and basically he told me that, I belong, and that he wants me to play my game and to relax and have fun, and understand that I'm here for a reason. And he was just really positive, and he kept the mood chill. He really made me feel comfortable, and told me that, hey, look, you're going to be out here. You don't have to do anything special. Just try to play your game and have fun with it. So he was really awesome for me that day.
Joe, what kind of reaction did you get from your family and friends upon when they heard the news?
Oh, yeah. So it's funny. My dad was, he told me a couple of years back, he said, when you get called up, you have to call me. I'm your first call. So I was like, cool. But, obviously them being on the East Coast, he had fell asleep for a little bit. And so I called my mom instead and gave her the news. And so she had to go downstairs and get him up and tell him. So he was a little disappointed that he wasn't the first to know, but they were all excited. They were all jacked up. I don't think any of them slept that night.
Wow.
Oh, that's great, man.
I was locked in on your debut. First AB, beat out an infield knock to third base. I know you had dreams of probably your first knock being a roaster in the gap or a homer. When you got back to the hotel, were you like, I'll take it, we'll move on? Or were you like, man, I would have liked to just hit a bullet for my first knock. I'm going to have that ball on the mantle forever as I beat out an infield hit?
No, 100%. I mean, you get the first one out of the way. I mean, it could
Okay.
have been a bunt. It could have been whatever. I mean, I was going to take it for sure.
Joe, I remember talking to you in the futures game, and you said both times, I'm a routine guy. Routine was the word I heard from you over and over. Are you able to develop the same routine in the big leagues as you did before?
Yeah, so I'm kind of getting the feel of how things are set up here in the scheduling right now. But yeah, I mean, over the past 2 or 3 days, I've gotten in a little bit better of a routine. And, obviously with the quad thing, there's some extra stuff that I'm working through that I'm going to have to make a part of my everyday. But I think I will. Yeah, I think, I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of nailing down that routine and figuring out what I want to do. And the good thing is, going to camp the past couple of years, I've gotten to know, a lot of the hitting staff and understanding. They kind of know what I'm trying to work on and the drills that I'm trying to do. So it makes it a little bit easier to jump in there and just get going.
Take me through that. What are you trying to work on? We do a lot. I mean, you came blazing through, right? 10th overall pick, and then you're in the show. Take me to your youth. We do the Sandlot to the show. You hear a lot of stuff on the internet. What are you working on?
Really, for me, it's just being in a consistent body position at the plate. That's the biggest thing. I'm a guy that I rely on rhythm at the plate. I love to be in good rhythm and to keep my body in motion when I'm hitting. So just making it as consistent as I possibly can and making it repeatable is probably the biggest thing at the plate. And defensively, really, it's just trusting my reads. I'm doing early work every day and I'm trying to, get to the point where, obviously I have the speed to do what I need to do, but I want, to be able to, trust everything that I'm doing out there. And so I'm continuing to work through a lot of that.
Joe, anyone who watches this show knows what the talent is on the Angels, and including you now is going to start to take them north. But you were in Long Beach, as you were talking about. What is in the future? How much talent is in Long Beach at that alternate training site?
Oh, man. We got some serious dudes over there that are inching, to get some big league time for sure. Guys with serious pop in all positions. It was actually pretty exciting, to be a part of during that time. We got guys that are very hungry, and we have some arms that are looking really, really sharp out there. So it's going to be exciting. I'm excited for the future and everything that's to come with the Angels. But definitely there are some guys that not many people have heard of, but will very soon.
I know you can't fraternize due to the social distancing, but do you send a text over to Kyle Lewis and say who's going to dominate this division for the next umpteen years?
Oh, man, I sent him a text when I found out that I was going to Seattle in my first game. I sent him a text and told him how proud I was of him and just everything that he's done and how he's shown people the player that I knew that he always was. And then I said, P.S., I'll see you tomorrow. And he was like, what? So I got a kick out of that.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Joe, before you go, a mystery box question. Last meal on Earth, what would it be?
Ooh, I like that question.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Ooh. I'm going chicken Alfredo for sure.
All right, I'm in on
pasta?
that.
How many of you thought that?
Like
That's what I was
Like
going to say.
pasta on Earth?
Like fettuccine Alfredo with chip?
Yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
I like that.
With a pellet ice huge Coke?
Pellet ice, good stuff.
Speaking of,
None of you were going to guess that.
No, not at all. I said pizza. While I was quarantining and eating a pint of ice cream a day, I would look on the internet and watch people work out, and you're like, whatever. You were one of those people with your family getting in shape. I think we have a video of it. Look at you.
Ah.
She's
You know
a
how
good
hard it is
athlete.
to keep up with my sister?
Ping pong, that was my big thing as a kid.
Who's better at ping pong?
Oh, well, actually, the real battle is me and my dad. He's nasty. My dad, he's good, man. Yeah, it took me a minute to start beating him on a regular basis. You know. Sorry, Dad, I had to air that out, but.
Well, Joe, congratulations. We're thrilled for you. We hope to see you back on the field tonight against the Texas Rangers. Best of luck to you and stay safe.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.